Hello, beautiful people of the world. Welcome back to Kleopatric, where we talk about everything pretty girl logic. Now, today I wanted us to talk about why pretty women should be difficult. Literally, I'm not even joking. I had this conversation with another friend, and I realized that if you're pretty easy or easygoing, people are going to do so many bad things to you because it's almost like a nice rich person. There is a high chance that person is going to be taken advantage of if they do not have discernment and if they are not strict about their boundaries. So like I've always said, beauty is currency. It is something that gives you transaction and movement in the world. So if you're not really smart about how to move when you have it, more often than not, you're going to grow old and resenting younger people who are actually enjoying the benefits of their own beauty, or who are actually enjoying their own beauty just as it is. So, number one, beautiful women should be difficult to know. Not everyone should know everything about you. You should minimize oversharing, because the minute you open your mouth to reveal something about yourself, someone is paying attention. And when they're paying attention, they put it somewhere for later use. So you might think that you're just yapping and no one is listening, but baby, let me tell you, someone is actually paying so much attention to you that they actually know things about you that you never thought someone would actually know. That is how obsessive people can be. And if you're not aware, when people know too much about you, you put yourself in danger because they have information, and information is power. One of the things that I really tend to hide from people is where I live. I genuinely cannot be comfortable with guests every other time because now they know my schedule, they know where I live, they can just drop by anytime. Baby, if we are not as close as I want us to be, you will never step foot into my house. No. Absolutely not. Because when someone is in your house, they are in your sacred space. They know the kind of things you like because you have the things you like in their house. And on top of that, they also know your location. And your location is very important because it means someone can have access to you at will. So number two, again, be difficult to access. Have things about you that are secret and private. And this brings me to a misunderstanding that I had with a friend of mine. Right now, I don't think we're friends. I'm not sure where we stand, but I decided to take a step back and have some time to myself and do my own thing. Be quiet and share less, because as I grow, I'm also learning how to move within the world. So when I did that, I got numerous texts of this girl wanting to know what exactly I'm doing, everything. She wanted to know everything. She wanted voice notes and whatnot. Well, we used to do that, but then life is getting serious. We're growing up, baby. I can't tell you everything. I can't tell you. And this is a story time that I'll share because there is a lot, but I decided to distance myself because I felt like we were morally misaligned. There are things she used to do for fun that honestly, I would never want close to me. I wouldn't want someone who does that close to me or associated with me. Given the fact that she's an adult and she seems set in her ways, I decided, you know what, let me just take a step back, because even the things she was doing, they were very controversial. I told a few friends and they were like, hell nah, she gotta go. So anyways, I decided not to do much because I was trying to figure my life out, and I went a bit MIA, like everyone does. I'm pretty sure everyone goes MIA at some point. And I was quiet and I was just focusing on myself, upskilling, just doing my own thing. And this girl would send me paragraphs and numerous texts asking me why I'm not talking to her, whether I have beef with her, or whether God knows what did she even say? She said, you've been ignoring me and all that stuff. Mind you, I've only been quiet for 3 weeks. This girl would disappear for a whole 2 months and come back like nothing has happened. And the thing is, I never really expected her to give me an explanation as to where she was, what she was doing. That was up to her to share with me. But somehow, me doing the same thing and at least falling off and having some quiet time seemed to bother her because she didn't have access to me. And now when I think about it, I think our friendship was very interesting, because why would you react like this? It's almost like someone who has lost control. And when someone starts to spiral like that over needed quiet time, that she definitely knew I needed that quiet time, because I was going through a lot. I was going through it. I was going through so much, and I had to process these things. And the last thing I wanted to do was sit down and talk about my problems. I was looking for solutions. So when she started to spiral, I definitely took a step back and started observing our friendship dynamic, because I was starting to realize that there was an imbalance such that I give her space to have privacy and have her own time and come back at her own accord, but she can't give me the same grace. And when I do that, she thinks I have beef with her. Like, how important do you think you are that I beef with you so hard that I'm going MIA just because of you? Like, be fucking for real. So anyways, you should definitely be difficult to access, because when people have access to you, they start to feel entitled. When people think they know you, they also start to feel entitled. So knowing you and having access to you should be a privilege that someone feels like, I should not mess this up. I have VIP access to this person. You should be VIP. You should carry yourself like VIP. Not everyone gets to know you like that. Also, pretty women should be difficult to impress. And this goes for both genders, male or female. Don't let anyone impress you so easily. The only person that should impress you so easily that you show them that you're impressed is a child. Other than that, any adult out there, they do not get to impress you with the bare minimum. And I'm talking about bare minimum friendships, bare minimum conversations, bare minimum relationships. You should not entertain that, because once you do that and people know you are beautiful, like I said, being beautiful makes you worshipped. Being beautiful makes you pedestalized. So when they feel like they can give you the bare minimum and you take that, you just want to be friends with them so bad that you're willing to take the shady comments. You're willing to have them do bad things to you. You're willing to have them set you up. You're willing to have them sabotage you, all in the name of friendship or a relationship. Girl, stand up. I'm telling you, you need to be difficult to impress, especially with the guys. And men know that beautiful women are not easily impressed until you shock them and you show them that you are impressed by the bare minimum. You will never see the light of day. You will be in the trenches for the rest of your life. I'm not even joking. Even women, the bare minimum conversations of womanhood is something that should not have you thinking that you guys are soulmates, because everyone experiences womanhood differently. Womanhood is such a unique experience, guys. I think that you could be at a certain stage in your life where you feel like you have really learned and grown as a woman, and someone else is trying to catch up with you. People play catch up and try to be around people who've been there, and I really respect that. I respect the hustle of trying to also catch up and be at your best. But there are people who try to catch up and drag you down. There are people who try to catch up and try to drag you down. I repeat, and I don't think you have me. There are people who catch up and they try to drag you down. They try to make it look like you were not the shit. They try to look like they were not inspired by you. They try to make it look like whatever you have achieved is nothing. So be careful. Don't go around saving people and trying to be someone's hero, and when they get where you want them to be, they start feeling like you are a nobody. They start treating you like you're no one. People do that a lot, especially to beautiful women, because they feel like they have just been assisted by someone who had no idea how much power they had. You have been uplifting people who are dragging you down. You should be difficult to impress. Okay? Please. Don't let the bare minimum girlfriends, don't let the bare minimum relationships, don't let the bare minimum jobs get to you. Don't let them drain you. They will take, and takers don't know when to stop. Another thing is that also pretty women should be difficult to attack. First off, you become difficult to attack by being difficult to access and to know. Because when someone knows you, it's easy for them to attack you. And another thing is that whenever you also put yourself around women who are just like you or have similar experiences and have the same goals, chances are very likely that your attack levels are not going to be as high. It might get competitive in a healthy way, but it's not going to be uncomfortable. You're not going to be feeling like you're always trying to play small so that someone cannot feel that you are overpowering them or you are shining brighter than them. You should be around people who inspire you and you also inspire them. The inspiration is mutual. There is synergy in the relationship, that you are not the only one pouring into your friend, that your friend is also pouring into you. And that is how you get a friendship that feels equal. That is how you get a friendship that feels beneficial, because you both benefit each other mutually. If you're the only person in that friendship who has common sense, chances are very likely that you're going to outgrow each other. And once you outgrow each other, it cannot be undone. You can't unsee it. When you outgrow someone, you can't go back. And if you go back, they will punish you severely for doing so. Also, for you to also be difficult to attack is that you need to be in high-end spaces. Avoid the ghetto, please. I'm telling you, the ghetto is not for beautiful women. I know there are women who have come from the ghetto, raised in the ghetto. I am one of those women. And one thing I have learned is that you should be in spaces where beauty is appreciated and it doesn't feel like a threat. You need to be around a space where you are taken care of, you are nourished, and you are heard. Because in the ghetto, it's survival for the fittest. And when you have beauty, like I said, you are like a rich man. You're like a wealthy person walking in the ghetto. Someone is going to try and do something to you. You're going to get jumped. Yeah, and like I say, pretty girls don't fight, pretty girls sue. Now imagine you're in the ghetto. Who the hell are you going to be suing? You're gonna get beat up. Call the police, okay? But then at the same time, you can't sue. You won't get paid for that. No one is going to pay you for that, because what does someone in the ghetto have to pay you? They don't. They don't have anything. But if you're in a high-end space and someone tries something with you, they try to slander your name, they try to destroy your brand, they try to destroy you, you can sue and you will get paid. And pretty girls get paid. And this is to all my girlies. If you can get out of the hood, by all means get out of the hood and don't go back. When you leave the hood, don't go back to show how loyal you are. You need to be loyal to yourself. You need to have exclusive energy. And I'm not saying that I'm promoting classism. All I'm saying is that you need to keep yourself safe. If you need to do something in the hood, be safe. Also, if you're still in the hood, believe that you should know how to be moving and making sure you get out of the hood. You should make sure you're moving so fast and so hard. You're working smart to get out of the hood, because the hood does not reward beauty. It does not. Generally, you should be very difficult. I heard Tyler say in this new song of hers, it's called Mr. Media. She said, I'm a bad bitch. I ain't always got time to talk. Yeah, too bad. I know I am difficult. You would too if you had my visuals. And you would too if you had material. That is literally a bad bitch anthem. It tells you that if you're not difficult, people will think you're on the same level and they're going to treat you badly. People are not nice. And by the end of the day, you have to find a way to make things work for you. You have to choose yourself, and you have to learn how to have boundaries, discernment, and also choose what you're going to tolerate. And if you're going to tolerate something abusive, baby girl, stand up. Stand the fuck up. And also, friends can abuse you, spouses can abuse you, parents can abuse you, anyone can abuse you. So you also need to learn how to be very, very particular about yourself. Don't play about yourself. Yeah, be difficult, and stay tuned for my next episode. It's going to be about how to navigate envy very soon, so stay tuned. Okay, so stay difficult, stay hot, stay fabulous, and stay Kleopatric.